One was Shipley Donuts. My dad would take us to get Shipley Donuts in the back of the truck. And that was always a fun time. Shipley's was the bomb.
Bond's Bakery.
Oh yeah, Bond's Bakery. We talked about that. Bond's Bakery. My mama would get us whatever we wanted. You get a cinnamon roll, you get a this, that, whatever at Bond's Bakery. Sister usually would get either petit four. We was calling them cake squares, but sister taught us they called petit fours. I didn't know what that was. She would get either petit fours or these little cookies with the green top.
Yeah, green little top.
But she would never eat hers. If mama bought her 3 cookies, sister would have 3 cookies at midnight still in the bag, and we would have eaten all of ours and not have ours. And I can't say she wouldn't share, but it wasn't like she was finna give up 2 cookies. She might give you a little piece. And then there was the Blue Light Cafe, Hollywood Snack Bar.
Oh, the Hollywood Snack Bar,
Hollywood
great.
Snack Bar.
After school, I was in business and I got married and moved to Dallas, so I did get a job in my profession, but I was pregnant and I was sick, really sick, and could not stay on the job. It was either that, work or lose the baby, so it was a no-brainer. And then ended up getting a divorce and coming back home to Monroe. I've just kind of taken different paths. I've liked them. I've just kind of fallen into everything that I've done.
You know, it was ordained that I was going to be an attorney, like Pop. I remember wanting to be an engineer because I was a big science fiction fan, I remember Mom made me feel ashamed that I wanted to be anything else. Well, I had my own mind. I knew that I was going to college, but I wasn't going to law school. I was like in denial the whole time. But I enjoyed the heck out of law school too and didn't want to leave it.
I knew I didn't want to be a lawyer. I wanted to be in writing. I was in pre-law for a while, and I was doing pretty well, but one day I went home and tell Dad I didn't want to go to law school. He was at the table reading the newspaper. Then he dropped the paper and he looked at me and said, I know. I said, you know? I said, why you make me do my law speech? I was waiting on you to be man enough to tell me. I said, okay. He didn't know anything about what I wanted to do, journalism, but over time, we went to talk about it. But I had this pressure to be a lawyer, but I didn't want to be one.
But I kind of thought George was going to be in entertainment by his own decree. Early years, he stated he wanted to be a clown. He used to do...
He wanted to go to clown school.
Yeah, he wanted to be a clown.
College, yeah. I was working at KNOE. I was doing weekend news, and I carded up. I would record like 2 or 3 days worth of news, which ain't news after the first day. And I left to go audition for acting school.
Mom and Daddy didn't know.
They didn't know. Carl bought me the plane ticket.
Daddy called for you to come mow the yard, and you're gone.
I'm gone.
Yeah,
And when I got
everybody's lying.
Daddy grew up in Richwood, country boy. I remember asking him, I said, what made you stand up when other men were sitting down? I think it was the Army. Daddy came back from Europe and Germany. He admired the heck out of the Army. But he was one of thousands of soldiers who came back who had seen another part of the world and realized that what they came from did not have to be. And he dedicated his life to it. Daddy refused any behavior in the house, any kind of acquiescence in the notion that we deserve less. He refused to allow us to go to places which were quite common in Monroe throughout the South that had colored on this side and white on this side. Whatever success we've had, whatever accolades we got, it's due in no small part and mainly due to the influence of Daddy on us. He was assisted and couldn't have done what he did without Mom, who was thoroughly invested.
And even to this very day, you could close your eyes and reach and get a transcript from almost any case I ever do in court. I'm gonna remember something that he said that relates to what is there.
Black history is for non-black people. So you can learn about people that are your neighbors, people that are in your community, people that you know and work with and play with that you don't really know anything about. It's not about us, not about anything that we need to do. It's incumbent upon us to share. Ultimately, it's about humanity.
Yeah.
It's not about being black or white, it's about understanding your place in the world, your self-identity as a human, and your encounter with other humans. This is love beyond compare. If I didn't care for